So today I was thinking about the importance of the people that you have in your life. The importance, the crucial part that the people that you surround yourself with play in your life, and how that actually affects all your standards. And I was thinking about this because I remember talking to my little sister about this, that we had such an amazing dad, such a solid father figure, someone who is there for us. My dad is someone who every single year drives more than 6 hours to go pick me up at the airport when I come back to Argentina. Every single year. Drives forward and it drives back to my hometown, so it drives like 12 hours in one day just to go pick me up. He doesn't need to do that, but he does. That's the kind of person that he is. And I realized that I had this amount of showing up and of support with everyone in my life. And I'm someone who was single for, I would say, most of my life. I had a couple of relationships the first years of university, but then I was single for a long time. So when you don't have a special other to show up for you in that way, it's really curious how the rest of the people around you kind of like elevate or are there for you in a way that maybe, I don't know, I don't think ever like a boyfriend did for me. So I wanted to reflect on this a little bit, because I remember I heard some friends, especially like new friends, when I was telling them about my standards for men that I date, and they were telling me that maybe I have like really high standards and that I might be a little bit spoiled on how I want to be treated. But the reality is, when you have people in your life who show up for you that way, it's really hard to then accept someone who doesn't really make that effort. And let me give you a couple of examples. I realize that it's not only my dad, but like in my family in general. I have my aunt living in Barcelona. Every time I go back to Barcelona, she picks me up at the airport. And if she cannot, one of my friends will always go and pick me up at the airport. And they don't need to do that. There are trains, there are Uber, like there are millions of ways for me to get to whatever I need to get. But they always show up for me. Why? Because I show up for them not in that sense maybe, but in other senses. Because when you build these reciprocal loving relationships, that's what you get. I have my friends, my male friends, almost all of them, they will never let me pay for anything when we are together. And I'm used to that. And even when I am not having like the best financial month, like everyone just rises to help me out if I need it. And if I had an issue, I know I have people that I can literally call and they will be there ASAP. Why? Because first of all, I cultivate those relationships. I planted the seeds. I do not entertain relationships that are not reciprocal. I do not entertain relationships that it's just like one-sided. I love being there for the people I love. And they do have to do the same for me. And it's not about, oh my God, you are so selfish. You are having all these expectations. Yes, I do. I do have expectations because that's what I bring to the relationship. That's what I bring to the table. So of course I expect that. I'm not Mother Teresa. I'm not just unconditional love to anyone. You have to earn it. Because that's something that we as women have been conditioned to just be loving and caring towards everyone and everything, and doesn't matter what they do, we should be there for them. And that's plainly wrong, because what that is doing to ourselves is making us feel tired, feel depleted, feel resentful, and not having enough energy for ourselves. So then we show up for other people, not in the best ways, in a reactive manner. Why? Because we are not taking care of ourselves first. Because we are not setting those boundaries. And I know that boundaries, it's such a trendy word, but it's so necessary. It's so crucial. When you have people around you who show up for you, who are reciprocal, whose relationships are beautiful in that way, and it doesn't mean that, okay, you do that for me, I do this for you, and like we are keeping score. It doesn't mean that. It means that you know that the other person respects you, knows you, and is going to be there for you if you need them. It's not about keeping scores. It's not about who can be the best or who I can use the most. It's nothing like that. It's to actually have loving, caring relationships in your life that makes you actually upgrade the standards that you have in your romantic life or in friendships. Like, I have high standards for my friends too. And even with the new people that I meet, I love meeting new people. But I know kind of like right from the beginning which one of them are going to actually be real friends, are going to be people who I can consider friends, who I can actually, build a strong, supportive relationship with. Because again, I have high standards because, first of all, I know how to take care of myself. And I really hope, like anyone who's watching this, that's the first thing that you need to do. I know how to be loving and supporting towards myself. And I have amazing people around me who already do that for me, who are there for me, who support me the same way that I do for them. So of course, I'm not gonna just accept whatever. Of course, I'm not gonna just say yes to any half relationship, because I don't have the need to do that. And that's also why it's so crucial to develop these strong connections in your life. Because when you do not have these strong connections, then any little thing that someone gives you, you are gonna think that's the most amazing thing ever, because you have nothing to compare it with. You have nothing to be your baseline of care and support. And then you end up accepting whatever out of fear of being alone. And I know, if you're like me in your 30s, of course, it's not the easiest thing to go out there and meet friends. But let me be 100% honest here. If you want, you can do it. If you really desire to meet people that are like-minded, people who you can connect with over the same things, you can. If you are in any city, any major city in the world, you have a lot of events going on, different classes, different places that you can actually go and meet people there. So that's something that I really want to encourage you to. If you feel like you don't have that supportive network around you, and it doesn't need to be like a whole bunch of people, it doesn't need to be like 10, 20 friends. It could be just 2, 3 friends, or a family member, your sister, your brother. If you do not have those relationships, that support, I encourage you to go out there and find the people that are actually looking for you too. Because I'm sure there are plenty of people that can be your lifelong friends, your supported people, the ones that are going to be there for you, cheering for you, and also being there when things don't go right. And honestly, having those people around in your life will change everything, will change how you relate to yourself, how you relate to dating, how you relate to other people in general. Because you will know that if there are people that love you and support you and are there for you in that way, then it's because you, of course, deserve it. And if you deserve that or something better even. You are not going to accept less than that. You're not going to accept people who are there just using you for some reason. You are going to know what a reciprocal, loving, supportive friendship, romantic relationship, family relationship looks like. You're going to have that baseline. And from that on, you can build up and you can find people who are a beautiful soul alignment with you. The people that are going to be there for you no matter what. And I know that I have both like family and friends that are exactly like that for me. I'm so grateful for them. And I always consider myself lucky to have them. But I also worked a lot to build those connections, to keep those connections, to be there even when we are like long distance. I have friends in different parts of the world, and I make the effort to keep the connection alive, to keep the relationship flowing. So I encourage you to do the same. If you want more love, if you want more support in your life, go out there, make the effort. And I assure you, it's gonna be so worth it. So worth it. If you're new around here, my name is Candela. I'm a self-love mindset coach, and I'm here to inspire you, to help you create a life that you love. And yes, if that's something that you want to do, subscribe below and see you around.